Well, long time no vloggy. What have I been up to? It's either was a Greek tragedy or a Greek comedy. I'm not sure. Because right now, I kind of like was running through my head like the events, and it's like I really don't have to run through them. They are seared into my memory forever. So I think last time I vlogged, maybe I should have looked at that. The swamp cooler went out, got it done, was somewhat very upset about it for quite a while, was trying to keep the food share going because of the CDC new regulations. We did it. It's been absolutely a blessing. It's been difficult at times to find enough food, but I'm pretty clever, I have to tell you. I think I'm pretty clever at times. Well, anyway, so what have I been up to? Here I just start laughing. Like okay. So things were settling down, and then again family troubles came. And very upsetting. I will tell you this much, is that both Nita and I had a very long conversation over this. And regardless, we have the grandchildren's back at all times. So that might tell you how upsetting it is. So the grandchildren have chosen certain things, and certain things have kind of been pushed on them. But oh, and then the pandemic. Let us not forget that, just to complicate my life even more. So things were kind of settling down, and I was just simply washing dishes by hand. I was doing the pots because I don't put them in the dishwasher normally. And all of a sudden, I'm standing in a pool of water. So I go, uh-oh. Look underneath, and the garbage disposal is just peeing water all over, and I have 2 giant shelves, I mean really full of stuff. So luckily my son came over, we were putting boxes together, drying stuff off, I was throwing towels under there, it was just drenched. And I was looking at it because, I thought, well, I just won't use, I have 2 sinks, so I just won't use the dishwasher side. Well, the garbage disposal side. So then I think, so I put water down the other sink. No, it comes right out of the garbage disposal. So I'm trying to figure out how can I at least cut the pipe off, cap it maybe, until I can deal with trying to get a garbage disposal out. They're very heavy, and it just was, I just said, get some coffee, which I have, by the way. My favorite cup, the carpet caffeine. Instead of seize the day, seize the coffee. So I thought, well, just calm down. We need to calm down first before you tackle anything. So I made some coffee, and Now you have to remember, we put everything in big boxes and they're all over the kitchen. I go right up for one of them. And the shelving that I have, that I put, like, you know, the jars on with beans and canned goods and plastic bags and stuff. I was afraid I was going to hit my head, because once you go, you go. So I kind of, the way I moved, I went right down on my hip. And when I got to the emergency room, we didn't really have a lot to talk about, the orthopedic, and I sheared the head right off my femur. Please, I know everybody's going, ow, ow. I made the mistake of actually looking into the x-rays. I just was like, oh my God. So apparently the orthopedic that was on call, the doctor, the emergency room doctor didn't, he thought I needed another one. So I waited like, I don't know, 4 hours in the emergency room, which they keep you out of pain. I'm like doing fine. They're very liberal with the drugs at time. So he could do it tomorrow, so I got sent up to the orthopedic ward, surgical. And they, you know, that sounds, you know, like I had to wait like 10 hours or something to get it, the surgery. But they, you know, I was fine. I felt fine. I felt, I'm not sure I could feel my teeth. They're really good at giving you drugs. So I have a brand new hip. It was a bit bizarre. Now, under normal circumstances, because, you know, I live alone, I would have just went into rehab. But with a pandemic, running around town, and this especially very quickly in this town, it just was not good. My son helped me get through the worst week, which was the first week. I came home, he was absolutely a blessing. But I still had broken plumbing. But we have a wonderful organization called Cultivate here. I don't know if it's national, local, whatever. But it's seniors helping seniors. So I called it. They moved me right up to the top of the list. And really wonderful man came out and he took the garbage disposal out, disposed of it for me, fixed it, and it cost me $25. You only pay for parts. You do not pay for any labor whatsoever. So that was a real blessing to get that done. So, you know, I'm running around the house on my walker. And you have to be very clever when you have to maneuver with the walker. And, you know, and you just go, I'll send you mine. It has a shelf, you know, that you can put stuff on. It's like, no, I don't. They had given me, which I will be making as a thank you and delivering several to different places. It's like this little thing that goes over your walker, and it has pockets with Velcro all over it, both sides. And so I just became clever, like put my coffee in canning jars with lids. You know, my daughter's thing was just lunch me these snack things, they're like with Italian salami and hard bread and cheese. And then just order food all the time from restaurants, which it worked. So, yeah, I'm coming along. I'm doing fine. And all of a sudden, I wake up because I'm freezing my ass off. Sorry for my language, but I was. It was our first really big, giant snowstorm, and my furnace died. I was absolutely beside myself. it's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. I couldn't take anymore. I mean, I was doing really well, getting around. Had gone for my, I'd gone for my 2-week checkup. I was fine. The hip was taking well. I had an anterior instead of posterior. So I think a lot easier to get over. But it was like, oh my God, the furnace. So one of my neighbors who had been at the food share brought me some food. She was bringing like snake stack, some vanilla cake, because I love vanilla cake. That's my favorite. And when she opened the door, and I was sitting on the couch, I put a mask on, and she had a mask on. And I just started bawling. And I said to her, I just don't even know what to do. Well, we have a handyman that we all use, but he's always busy. And all of a sudden, I'd called him, nothing. Then all of a sudden, right after I talked to her, he is knocking on my front door. He fixes it. It was the thermal coupler. And will not accept any money, any money for labor, parts, anything. Come to find out, my neighbors all paid for it. I think they thought I was on the verge, which I was. So I'm now on a cane and going from cane to non-cane. I'm doing really well. It's not been the easiest time. Like I said, there is big family trouble. And Anita is so depressed. I cannot tell you. And poor Aunt Sarah got COVID. Knock wood. She's doing well. They put her in the hospital for a few hours to give her some IV antibiotics. She has antibiotics. She has a nurse coming in every day to see her, and she's doing well. Luckily, Anita, so far, knock wood, so superstitious, is, not gotten it. But, I mean, it is, Anita's thing is that she just hasn't seen us, for several months before the pandemic hit. So I think it's getting to be close to a year. And we've never not seen Anita, you know that. If you've watched my vlogs for a while. We always try to get visits into Anita. And so, I'm back to driving now. I'm good. I actually went grocery shopping because I've been using Instacart, which I love Instacart. If you shop, I think Instacart is the best app to use if you have it available. Because you can chat with them while they're shopping. And like they'll show you pictures, like if they don't have what you want, they'll take pictures of alternatives, pick. I mean, I just have only had excellent success with them. So I highly recommend Instacart. I mean, I would do a sponsored video for Instacart because that's how much I love them. It's not sponsored. So while I was, during this whole time, I was really going through the COVID blues really bad. So I like hopped in and kind of checked out everybody's channel every now and then. But I've been watching sailing channels. Anything from, my favorite is Millennium Falcon. to La Vagabond, some of the bigger ones, but my favorite is the Millennium Falcon. They are just such wonderful people. So if you've not been on a boat, or you're not doing videos from a boat, I'm sorry, but I need escapism. And there is one thing I love, which is sailing. Which is ironic, because I can't even swim. But that's why they make those very expensive life jackets. So, I'm doing fine. I'm back to normal, or as normal as I can get. My son and I had a wonderful Christmas. He's just here. I made a Jenny O turkey breast from freezer to oven. It's in a bag, and then it's in a baking bag. Cooking bag? I don't know what they're called. So you just throw it on a pan. It cooked well, but would I recommend it? I don't think so. Only on the aspect that I did not like the seasonings on it. I have another one, which was given to me by the food share. So I think I will have to take it out of the bag and rinse it off and put the seasonings I like on a turkey. I'm very suspicious that it has sage. I do not like the taste of sage. I don't want sage in anything. I don't want it in dressing. I mean, I just don't want it anywhere near. I don't even have it in my house. I don't want any. And I hope Anita never sees this, because every year she grows sage. She loves sage. A little too much for everybody in the family. But we eat it. Then burp sage for days. But she gives me a whole bottle of dried sage, which I don't throw away. I can find lots of people to take it. They really like her sage that she grows, but I don't. So I hope Anita never sees this, please. I hope never. Well, I've missed you guys. Like I said, it's either... it's probably a Greek tragedy. Oh, send black clothes. I have no black clothes. Before this happened, I emptied out 5 boxes of stuff. I know that there were 5 because my daughter came by and took them to Salvation Army. And, my clothes one of the boxes had a big X on it. So that was, I just told her to throw it in the dumpster. So please send black clothes. Luckily, I got 2 black cardigans from Jules in the mail. Bless her. From Land's End. And so that's going to help. I need black clothes. Really bad. I wear about it, well, I don't know what I wear. I like an extra large because I don't like anything tight-fitting. And I like it to go over my butt. So, please send black clothes. Well, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. Despite everything I did, I got to at least see my grandchildren on what we call a drive-by. And it is so hard not to just grab them and kiss them all over the place, but I can't do it. And, you know, of course, I cried for hours after they left. Just keep telling myself that hopefully by midsummer we will all be inoculated. I have a preference. I would either like Moderna, that one, but my preference is BioNTech, because it's BioNTech, would be the vaccine that I would like. That's how much I have a lot of time still on my hands. I still spend several hours a day in bed between my back and my hip. But mostly I'm doing okay. I think I'm back to normal. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. I just can't get on the floor. That's so funny. You know, like on my shelf where the milk is and stuff. No matter, I don't know how milk gets all over the shelf. So I cleared off that shelf and it's at the very bottom, just above the crispers. I was cleaning it. Ended up on my knees. And I couldn't get up. Because when I would try to just normally get up, my hip would, it was wincing. I was like, no. So I remembered Anita said that she once got stuck on the floor and she crawled to the couch. So I crawled from the living room into the couch. And then I could get myself up fine. But apparently my floor days are not here yet. Well, I do hope you all had a wonderful holiday. And despite everything, I think, except being able to just love my grandchildren to death by hugging and kissing, we did great. I got, my son gave me some lovely things. He gave me a new landline phone, which I needed desperate after the replacement hip. The phone got dropped a lot. Well, I love you guys, and I'm going to start vlogging again. I mean, I really like it, and I just miss you guys. And I've been dropping in and out of some channels, and now that I'm off the sailing boat, I'm landlocked again. In other words, actually, I'm watching The Stand, the original Stand, because I want to see the new Stand. So I'm kind of waiting for it to get through. I don't like to watch weekly episodes, so I just let it all pile up and then I'll watch it from beginning to end. I think there's like 9 or 10 episodes. So I love you guys. And you take care. See